GoldenTag Resources, ticker GOG, is aiming to establish a new mid-tier silver producer. The first step in this ambitious strategy is to acquire the Parilla-Mine complex from First Majestic Silver. We're talking to GoldenTag CEO Greg McKenzie today to get the details. Welcome, Greg.
Thank you for this opportunity to discuss GoldenTag.
Greg, before we start talking about GoldenTag, the company, please give us a bit of background on yourself, because especially with small caps juniors, it's important to understand who is running the company.
Thank you. So I've been in the advisory business most of my career, working in investment banking and mostly advising mining companies for many years. I've financed exploration, development, and production companies around the world. And over the last 6-7 years, I've been on the corporate side, helping to direct and lead resource companies. So this is very exciting to be at GoldenTag, because now we have a outstanding opportunity with the acquisition of La Parilla to put this very strong asset back into production. It was put on care and maintenance in 2019 by First Majestic due to lower silver prices at around $16 an ounce. And now with the opportunity to grow the resource and silver moving in a positive direction, we look to put this mine back in production and generate significant cash flows for our shareholders.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we're in the middle of it already. Now, I guess First Majestic is giving away this asset, or not giving away, but selling this asset because for a company the size of theirs, it's not making enough impact on the bottom line, is my interpretation. But for a company as of the size of GoldenTag, this could be a company-making deal, don't you think?
That's what we think. It's a perfect size. I mean, First Majestic is not walking away. They'll be a significant shareholder. Ultimately, they will hold and maintain a 19.9% equity interest. And First Majestic, before they had put this mine on care and maintenance, had been making significant investments. They invested heavily in a underground central haulage level to reduce costs. They also invested heavily in maintaining tailings capacity. There's over 9 years of tailing capacity at the mine. So they had fully intended to continue to operate this asset. And so it's really good for us that they're coming along as a shareholder, and these prior investments have been made.
Okay, well, that's certainly true. Yes, very, very interesting. Now, of course, you have to pay for the La Parilla-Mine complex. Please shortly summarize the terms of the deal you struck there, so our audience gets a feel for that.
So it's $20 million in GoldenTag equity, and then $13.5 million in deferred payments that are heavily weighted toward exploration successes. So essentially, for something that if you had to build it today would cost you over $150 million of new investment, plus permitting time, plus construction time, we're getting that for $20 million in upfront equity.
Good. Thank you very much. That certainly helps to understand. Now, you've been talking about that GoldenTag is aiming to bring La Parilla back into production, obviously. And how long do you think that will take, and what are the biggest hurdles or the most important milestones, let's say, along the way?
So we expect that it will take within 18 to 24 months. We could possibly do it faster, but we want to be very judicious in our restart plans. The significant milestones along the way are to continue to infill drill some of the known resources to increase the confidence in those resources, and we will also drill some near mine and in mine targets to expand the known resource base. Thirdly, there's been a discovery that was made in 2020 after the mine was put on care and maintenance, and we'll look to follow up on that discovery to chase the Rosarios vein out to the west, 750 meters away, which would provide significant additional years of material to mine and go into the plant.
Okay, thank you. So all this, of course, costs money, and that is why you already are in the, I think, the final stages of financing. Well, I don't know, almost closed, I think, which of course is probably used to then finance these efforts at the mine, right? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
That's correct. Concurrent with the closing of the transaction, we are required to raise 9 million Canadian dollars. All the other numbers I was quoting to you are US dollars, but we're required to raise 9 million Canadian dollars as part of the transaction. And we have announced closing of just over 7 million of that 9. So we're just short a little bit on closing the balance, which we're starting to get more subscriptions in. So we expect to be closing the full $9 million very soon.
Interesting. Good to hear. So now that's a lot of work you'll have to do on La Parilla-Mine complex, but you also have another advanced project which is called San Diego. Please give us a short idea of what you have there, and are you planning to advance that too? And are there possibly any synergies with La Parilla?
So thank you. Yeah, there's good work to be done there at La Parilla. We also have our first asset, which is San Diego, and San Diego has a very large silver resource. It's a little deeper in the stratigraphy, but interestingly, in our 2021 drill program, we cut from surface, and I'll just find some notation here. We cut from surface 72 grams over 273 meters in hole 2157. So we have a target area that we believe could be potentially be an open pit. And that would completely change the economics and the opportunity at San Diego. So we have that very large resource at depth, and if this open pit comes together above it, then this could be something very spectacular.
Interesting. And you're going to work on that this year too, or?
So we will do some work here. We'll go back and do some surface sampling, some mapping. There's a drill program that there's potential to go forward as well. Although the focus overall of the company will be on La Parilla, we'll be back in at San Diego in very short order. I should mention that there's a possibility of some synergies. There's a possibility that there's some oxide veins, which are pretty good grade at San Diego, that potentially, if the studies pan out, we could be trucking some of that material over to the plant at La Parilla and run it through the mill. So we'll investigate that as part of the La Parilla restart technical studies.
Okay, that should help also in the rent or profitability of any plans you have there, I think. Yeah, good.
Yes, we'll do those studies for sure.
Good to hear. Thank you, Greg. So to round things off, please tell our audience why, in your personal opinion, Golden Tech is worth a closer look right now.
Thanks, Bjorn. Number one, we'll get La Parilla back into production and generate free cash flow. Number two, there's resource growth at La Parilla. And then the third reason is our San Diego deposit, which is a very large resource that continues to grow.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a good closing remark.